Well, over the years, our next guest has been honored by Life and Style magazine as the best celebrity wedding planner. He creates magical weddings for Hollywood's A-listers. And with his tips, you can have your own celebrity-style wedding without breaking the bank. David Tutera joins us live by satellite from Los Angeles. Good morning, David.
Hi, it's great to be with you today. Thank you.
Very welcome. With some of the results that I see from the weddings that you plan, it's almost like you have a magic wand. How can we get one?
Well, I can give you the magic wand of knowing where you should go to find the perfect items when planning your wedding. It's really about having a great imagination, but understanding how to spend your money the right way. Affordability is important, aspirational, inspirational, and may I show you some of the great details that I put together for you today?
Absolutely. It looks like you have waved your magic wand over the table there this morning.
I have. You know who has my magic wand every day? My daughter. So she lets me borrow it from her. And I have cast the wand over this table. What's wonderful right now is what's on trend. And what's very on trend in the marketplace for weddings is succulents. Succulents are very challenging to get because they're costly. But what I've created with my partnership with Michaels are fake succulents, giving you the ability to purchase them and use them as beautiful tablescapes for down the center of your table. You can also add them as a touch of detail to the place settings as I've placed here. And Anastasia, our beautiful bride that's standing to my left, has a bouquet of succulents and lily of the valley, all of which are not real. And the beauty about that is affordability and also time management. You can create all of these elements far in advance, giving yourself enough time to truly enjoy the process of planning your wedding. One of the things I also want to talk about Anastasia. Anastasia is wearing all of my wearables. At Michaels, I've created wearables that can be added as a belt to the dresses, hair accessories, veils, wonderful brooches, and pieces of sparkle that could be added on to any detail of fashion, not just for the bride, but also for all of the bridesmaids.
That
so
seems
all
like
these things
let me ask you, David, that seems like a great way to DIY, do it yourself, save a little money, and then like with the succulents, because they are not real, they won't wilt in an outdoor wedding reception and wedding ceremony. Right. And also you can have them for afterwards and have them as a nice memory.
You know what, that's perfectly said, because what I find is that I happen to love succulents, and you can take all of these and create wonderful centerpieces for your dining table, somewhere in your kitchen. It's just a great way to continue the celebration living beyond just the wedding day. Another quick thing I want to point out is the one color very on trend right now is rose gold. And we're seeing it everywhere. And I wanted to take that and use that in the vessels on the table, the colors of the votives. I even have them down here as place card holders. So what I try to do for anyone that wants to walk down the aisle when they're purchasing the items at Michaels or even on Michaels.com is that I want them to see opportunities. And people are so worried about crafting that it takes too many steps. One of the things I truly believe in is that if it takes you longer than 3 to 5 steps to put something together, it's too many steps for your wedding. There's a volume of things that have to get accomplished. The bride doesn't have that much time. The bridesmaids are chaotic. And I want them to have solutions and the ability to do it very quickly and look amazing when everyone steps into that celebration.
Let me ask you this, David, along with your magic wand, how do we stay on trend, especially when we know that we're planning a wedding at least a year in advance? How do we look into the crystal ball and know what's going to be on trend?
You know, that's a great question. I will tell you that things in the world of weddings on trends seem to stay a little longer than 12 months. Because of the turnover with brides and with couples, they're not going on a typical fashion calendar and mainstream runways, so we're seeing trends that last 12 to 18 months. I will tell you that rose gold will continue to stay on trend. However, for 2018, metallics overall, we're going to see a collaboration of all metallic colors blended together beautifully. We're seeing less of too much shades of pink happening, so we're seeing the abundance of white being really brought into celebrations and into the overall design. I think the clarity and the purity of design will sort of open up in 18, which I think is really great. We've been talking about bold color splashes. It's going to become more muted. So for questions for trends, if you go to davidtutera.com, I like to consider myself a trendsetter. So I think it'll be really helpful to understand what's happening tomorrow so we can sort of build that process to give the product to consumers for 18, which will be coming up next.
Well, thank you so much. I know that brides and brides-to-be do follow you and go with what you tell us because we know you're on point all the time. David Tutera, thanks so much for joining us today.